Your investment in Hanover College is an investment in your future. Hanover is proud to support students through this journey with generous financial aid and scholarships, but families will need to make a personal investment in their education. This video will inform you of our billing processes as well as the necessary steps to make sure you have access to your online bill, set up any desired payment plans, or see any available loan options. Billing for tuition and fees each year will be split. The first bill for the fall term is typically released in July and is due in mid-August. The second bill, which includes the winter term and spring term, may be released in November and is typically due in mid-December. Bills are now available electronically through CashNet, Hanover's online payment platform. An email will be sent to the student and any other authorized users when this bill becomes available. After setting up their CashNet account, students must assign authorized users such as parents or guardians, allowing them access to the account. More on CashNet and authorized users later. Direct costs for the academic year are broken down by term, fall and winter spring. The amount billed for tuition is the same for the fall as it is for winter spring term. The only time it might be different is if your student overloads during the term, taking an additional course. General fees charged are for campus events, including athletic events and many student organizations and activities. All Hanover students are required to live on campus, unless they've met the requirement to be a commuter student. If you are a student interested in living off campus, contact your admission counselor to learn about these requirements. Like tuition, both bills for room and board are the same, even though students live in housing for an additional month in the winter-spring term. The board amount charged on your bill is for a meal plan. Students have a choice of 3 meal plans, all of which cost the same amount. Additionally, students have the option to pay an extra fee for the Anytime Access plan. Students will receive instructions over the summer asking them to select their meal plan. Your fall bill also includes a one-time orientation fee and a first-year 101 course fee. This is the only time you will see these fees. Orientation fees cover expenses of the August Experience Week, and first-year 101 course fees cover course materials. Lastly, the $300 enrollment deposit will be reflected on the fall bill as a credit. It's important to pay or settle your balances by the due date to avoid business office holds. These holds can prevent students from registering for courses, accessing grade reports, transcripts, or their diploma. Hanover charges a 1% monthly late fee for any unpaid balance. Additional billing things to consider are sorority and fraternity costs. Students have the ability to join a Greek organization beginning in their sophomore year. If students live in one of the Greek houses, charges for room and board will be billed on the student account with Hanover, but the costs will be determined by the house. This amount could differ from campus housing costs, but will never be less. All dues associated with Greek organizations are paid directly to the Greek chapter, not to the college. Other items on the bill include a laundry fee required for all students and split equally across the terms. Also, any student with a vehicle on campus will need to apply for a parking permit. Campus safety will ticket any vehicle on campus without a permit. Additional costs on your bill may include health service charges, library fines, or special course fees. All billing at Hanover is done electronically, and all account balances are available on CashNet. Students can access CashNet through the Student Accounts page on My Hanover. Families can access CashNet directly through that site. Here you will view your bills, arrange a payment plan if interested, and make your payments. If you prefer, cash and check payments can still be made in the Hanover College Business Office as well. On the CashNet homepage, you can find current account information as well as past and current statements. Statements can be made and downloaded as a PDF, but once they have been produced, they cannot be changed or updated. Because of this, our business office will send statements weekly or bi-weekly from July until the start of the term. During this term, a lot of changes take place, such as the addition of loans, outside scholarships, or recent payments. The Activity Details tab will display the most up-to-date account information. A student is responsible for setting up authorized users in CashNet. Until a student completes this process, parents or guardians will not have access to the student's CashNet account. These users then have access to the account information, as well as have the ability to make payments or set up payment plans. Students may access this from the Student Accounts under the Administration tab in My Hanover. From there, students may log into CashNet. On the main overview page, students should select the My Account tab in the top left corner of the screen. Next, in the Payers section, select Send a Payer Invitation, and a pop-up window should appear, where the new authorized user's information can be entered and the invitation can be sent. The newly authorized users will receive an email with their username and temporary password and the link to access CashNet. Up to 99 users may be added to one account. By adding a user, this will allow the business office to communicate billing cycles, payment due dates, and other pertinent information. Hanover College offers 2 payment plan options for the semester. The first is a 6-month plan beginning in May, continuing through October for the fall term, and for the winter-spring term beginning in November and running through April. The other option is a 5-month plan that begins in July and runs through October for fall, or December and runs through April for winter-spring. There are 4 possible due dates available each month: the 1st, the 15th, the 25th, or the 30th, allowing you to choose whatever date works best for you. Re-enrollment in a plan is required each semester, so we recommend making a note to remember to enroll for the next semester. Because the 6-month payment plan starts in May and bills are not released until July, a billing estimator is provided if you decide you'd like that option. You can find the billing estimator in CashNet under the Notifications tab in the top right-hand corner of the overview page. Once you've entered your personal financial aid information into the form, the total at the bottom of the fall semester column is the amount you would use to set up your payment plan. Remember to include the amount of any loans you are planning on taking out. On the CashNet home screen, select the View Payment Plan options. Next, you will see the 4 payment plan options to choose from depending on the date you prefer to pay these plans. And again, those dates are the 1st, the 15th, the 25th, and the 30th of each month. Once the preferred option has been selected, you will need to enter the plan amount. If you're unsure of this amount, use the billing estimator to determine an estimate for your fall balance. Once bills are released in July, you may contact the business office if any adjustments are necessary. After you have entered the plan amount, click the Enroll button to move forward in the process. On the next 2 screens, you need to review terms and conditions and accept both items. The system is set up to deliver notification emails to the student, but you may enter an additional email to receive notifications regarding the plan. Debit or credit card payment will result in a 2.75 charge from CashNet. Electronic payments, again, will not result in any additional charges. Confirm your details and now set up autopay. Once you review all information to make certain it's correct, select the Complete button and your enrollment is finished. Federal student or parent loans are not automatic and completely optional. Any loans must be requested. Eligibility for the federal direct student loan will be listed on the student's financial aid notification letter. Parents who choose to pursue a Federal Parent Plus loan must apply in the summer to determine eligibility. The process to request loans will open in June, when federal government resets the process from the previous year. First-year students and families seeking federal loans will have to complete loan entrance counseling, a master promissory note, and the loan request form. Parents applying for the PLUS loan will need to reply each year if they choose that option. More detailed instructions for this process and the links and forms necessary to complete it can be found at hanover.edu/loans. Regardless of their plans for the loans, all students must complete a student agreement form, originally included with your financial aid notification letter. This form authorizes the Office of Financial Aid to apply federal funds towards your balance and also provides authorization for the use of any credit to be held. All students must accept or decline both statements on this form and sign it. If this form is not returned, no aid will be released in the student account, including Hanover Aid. If you need a new copy of this form, please reach out to the Office of Financial Aid or the Office of Admission. A returning deposit will be required each year. An email notification to all students and authorized users will be sent in February as a reminder of the deposit due date, typically in March. Paying this deposit enables students to enroll in fall classes, select housing, and other things. This deposit is credited to the fall bill sometime in July, just as it was the year before. Excess funds can be left in a student's account to absorb any new charges, or a refund can be requested by a student or parent. Excess funds can also be returned to the lender to reduce the principal of the loan. Books can also be purchased with these funds, but a voucher must first be acquired from the business office. Students are not permitted to charge their books to their account unless they have excess funds to cover it. If a student is eligible for federal work study, this should appear on their financial aid award letter, but will not be applied to the account balance. In order to do so, the student will first need to obtain a job on campus and then complete a payment garnishment form to have their payroll applied to the student account. If this form is not completed, their pay will directly deposited into their bank account. Students will be required to submit 2 forms of ID if they have a campus job. These documents must be original and include driver's license, social security card, birth certificate, or passport. Hanover strictly adheres to the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, also known as FERPA. Please be aware that this federal law protects each student's rights and records, making it illegal to share certain information with parents. This information includes, but is not limited to, transcripts, grades, class schedules, health records, student phone numbers, and room assignments. A student's written consent is required before this information can be released. While we understand that this may be frustrating to you as a parent, please keep in mind that these restrictions are in place to protect your student. FERPA applies to student accounts too. If a parent is not set up as an authorized user in CashNet, our business office will not be able to discuss any details of billing. Prior to the beginning of each semester, students are required to accept the financial responsibility statement displayed here. This states that the student is ultimately the responsible party for their account, even if someone else may be paying their bill. It's important to develop a plan of payment prior to a student's arrival on campus. The business office and financial aid offices are located in Long Administration Building and are open year-round. The business office also offers additional services such as check cashing, in-person bill payments, and others. If you have any questions about the topics covered in this video or any others related to financial aid, payments, loans, or general billing, please reach out to the Student Accounts Office at 812-866-7041 or email Michelle Pennington at pennington@hanover.edu. You can also learn more at hanover.edu.